Hello everyone, I'm Nancy Newman, coming to you from Yankee Stadium, site of the inaugural New Era Pinstripe Bowl. Over the next half hour, we will break down the game set for Thursday, December the 30th, pitting the Syracuse Orange of the Big East against the Kansas State Wildcats, representatives of the Big 12. It will be the first NCAA football bowl game held in the Bronx since December the 15th of 1962, when Nebraska defeated Miami 36-34 in the Gotham Bowl, played at the original Yankee Stadium. Syracuse participated in the very first college football game played there on October the 20th of 1923, beating Pittsburgh 3-0. And this year's contest will be the 7th all-time game for the Orange at the home of the Yankees. It will also be the 3rd ever meeting between Syracuse and Kansas State, all coming in bowl games. The Wildcats defeated the Orange 35-18 in the 1997 Fiesta Bowl, and then the Orange scored a 26-3 victory in the 2001 Insight.com Bowl. Both teams finished their seasons with 7-5 records. Kansas State had the higher octane offense, averaging close to 34 points per game, largely on the strength of its running game. But the Wildcats had a lot more problems on defense than the Orange did. Their game will be the first in a 4-year agreement pitting clubs from the Big East and the Big 12 against each other in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl, continuing a grand tradition of college pigskin at the stadium.
It's just phenomenal. You know, you look for something that really will work. You have Syracuse, who played their first game in Yankee Stadium in 1923. You have the Orange Men. We have Otto the Orange, which most people don't even realize. And then you be able to bring in someone from Manhattan, although it's Manhattan, Kansas. So they have a great history of football in the Big 12, and the same thing with Syracuse here. So bringing K-State and Syracuse was a phenomenal ability and opportunity for us.
And Syracuse is a particularly exceptional fit. A New York State school, a Bronx boy makes good, so many aspects to that, to their participation. Perfect.
Well, absolutely, and I know there was a great debate here whether or not it was Syracuse, is it the Big East, is it UConn? At the end of the day, we knew what we had to do. Syracuse was there. It was a marriage made in heaven.
And Lon, this is obviously much bigger than football itself, too, because we're going to see Syracuse fans, Kansas State fans, college football fans descending upon the city at the holidays.
Well, you know, it's a thrill for both the fans who can come, their families, the student athletes, but it also proves how important it is for Yankee Stadium and in New York to bring people here during the holiday season. So not only for the fun of the game, the thrill of the game, but also all the charitable events that are going to take place at the same time. So the students, the families, the coaches, everyone will be appreciative of that opportunity. And for us in Yankee Stadium to have a bowl game here, and the first bowl game at this point in time was something we were dreaming of for the last 20 years, and it's happening.
We had Notre Dame Army, which by everybody's account was a giant success, and now we have the first Pinstripe Bowl, which is by where we are today going to be a giant success. We got lucky with the two schools. We got lucky with the people involved with the schools. They're all great quality people. It's going to be one of those great New York events during the holidays.
And before I let you go, please talk about how important you believe this would be to Mr. Steinbrenner. We know what a college football man he was, and to see this come to fruition.
Well, that's why we're here. I mean, like everything we do, but he was the best at baseball. He was the boss. He was the greatest. But he loved college football. He had a passion for college football. And when we built this building, he wanted to make sure college football was a big part of it. So we're standing here today because of him. You know, he coached at Northwestern and Purdue. He loved college football. He loved the people involved. And Hal and the Steinbrenner family have followed in. So we're here, as usual, with everything Yankees because of the boss.
Just last month, on November the 20th, one of the most historic rivalries in all of American sports was renewed here as Notre Dame defeated Army by a score of 27-3. It was the 50th meeting between the teams, and the latest chapter in their rivalry took place in front of a sold-out crowd of 54,201, the largest crowd yet at the current Yankee Stadium. It was the first time that the Fighting Irish and Black Knights played each other in the Bronx since 1969.